Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome to Fiction After Lunch. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Sam.
And because I'm such a bad narrator and I never know how to do the introduction the right way, therefore, today I will ask Sam, what are we doing in this podcast?
In this podcast, we are trying to finish a story Mini Mindy wrote when she was 13 years old. It's a story about a little girl who falls in love with an alien.
Oh, we don't know this yet.
16 chapters in and we don't know yet if they are in love.
And even if Jim is interested, like the last time he was just ignoring Mandy's like confession. It was like, oh, so sad.
Okay, it was not a confession.
Yeah, she was like a little bit embarrassed after she was saying, yeah, I wanted to be your first. Like, a first what? What did you want to do? And he was like, meh, I'm just watching television.
Yeah.
And actually, Sam, do you remember what happened the last time?
Good question. I don't really remember.
Oh, you watched the next chapter, but you don't know what happened the last time anymore.
I'm not sure anymore.
I also don't really know anymore. I think the last thing was that they were in the living room of Lisa's house.
Yes.
And Jim was talking with Mindy and everything about his evil plan or something. And then she was seeing the photos of Lisa's, like, you know, these parents and family photos that you normally have in the house.
Yeah.
Like normal families sometimes do. And they found a picture of Floppy and Lisa's father, which we now will continue calling Walter.
Yeah.
Yes. And we found out that he has been together with Walter, maybe. So, yeah. And I forgot where I wanted to go with this, actually.
Yes, actually, this is the chapter I wrote before you.
Eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you continued with it and Mindy held the photo. We already found out in the 14th chapter and in the 15th, which you wrote, Mindy had... Oops, sorry. I'm making noises, sorry. Mindy had the photo and recognized Floppy.
Ah, yeah. So we
Yeah.
had, like, I think first Jim in your chapter and then Mindy again. And then she was like, okay, Floppy, this was the guy we found, like, we saw in the park and everything.
Yes.
And I remember in my chapter I wrote from Floppy's POV. And I
Yes.
remember that you have been angry at me for including Italian accent people.
Yes, no
Why?
offense to any Italian accents. Mindy is just a huge fan of you. I'm sorry.
I'm such a big fan. I don't know why. I love, like, just
The
doing
accent,
this like, how can you say? It's more like a parody of the Italian accent you can see.
Can you tell?
Can you tell? Is it an Italian accent? I don't know. Maybe it's just like my personal accent.
Yes.
It's my normal accent. This was how I was born.
Yes.
Just imagine a small baby, like, talking like this when coming out of the woman's womb.
I'm in pain right now.
No, actually, I'm more in pain, you know? Look at my hand!
Stop it.
Because, dear listener, what you cannot
No,
see...
no.
No. I was just
Stop it.
sad. I cannot tell the listeners my pain.
Hashtag sad life.
Hashtag sad Sam. No, I just wanted to include, okay, so this is where we have been with the chapter. We figured maybe out that Lisa is alive.
Yes.
That Floppy abducted her.
Kidnapped her when she was a kid, but now she's fine and older.
It seems so.
Yeah.
We haven't seen her, like, herself yet, but we know from Floppy's perspective that Lisa might be fine. Or he's just talking to a corpse every day. This might also be the case.
I didn't know what to reply to that. I'm sorry.
Sam's mind is just like, stop it. I don't want any disturbing chapters anymore. Like, we also kind of compared the chapters that we normally write. And normally Sam's chapters are really nice and also include like romantic stuff at some point. And my chapters are like disturbingly weird at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up and down in the story.
Yeah, it's more like you have the highest point of tension in the story, and then it goes down again, and then again up,
Yeah.
and then another character is almost dying, and then you're saving him again.
Yes.
I really like the sinus curves that we have. And okay, what else did we want to say? Maybe we can just tell our listeners
What we had for lunch.
what we had for lunch and actually where we are currently.
Yes, we are at my parents' house because I'm home alone and
Sam home alone.
but I didn't want to be alone at home. So I invited Mindy over and we are cooking and baking together and we are walking my dog who is a diva.
She's really a diva. Like, I cannot believe it. Like, Sam told me a lot of stories about her dog already, that she's like real diva and is doing weird stuff all the time.
And Mindy did not believe me.
Yes, like, how can you believe it when your friend is telling you, yeah, I go out with my dog and when my dog doesn't want to go anymore, she's just lying down and just don't go anymore.
And she doesn't want to walk anymore. But now Mindy found out that Diva
After the
really,
first time.
really is doing this. Because there's a hill close by to my house. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to show Mindy the view. Because we can see really far and we can see almost Mindy's home.
Yes, we can see the hill where I'm living.
Yes. And I wanted to show her, but we were not able to walk far up enough. Because
it was 10 meters, I think, we went up.
Because my dramatic dog lied down and didn't want to walk anymore. I suppose you didn't expect that she would lie down so dramatically. Because she really lets herself fall to the ground and don't want to move anymore.
And then she's just looking at you with her big dog eyes and you're like,
oh no,
I want to continue. But you don't want to go. Yeah, and she's doing this like every time almost. And today what was really fun, like she was very angry at us.
Oh yes, she was angry. So my father walked with her in the morning, and as soon as he came back, Mindy and I got up because we slept in late. And we wanted to go to the bakery. But my dog really likes the bakery because sometimes she gets cheese bun, I think it's called. Yeah, a piece of a cheese bun, which she really, really likes. But she gained a little weight and I didn't want to give this to her. And as soon as we would be at the bakery, if we took the dog with us, she would really make a scene in front of the bakery. So we didn't take her. But she knew that we went without her because she saw that I took my bread bag with
bread bag.
Yes, I have a bag where I put the bread when I buy it. And she saw that. And she got really dramatic because we wouldn't let her walk with us.
Yeah. And she was standing in front of us and didn't let us go.
Yes, and I shoot her away, but she wanted...
Shoot her away.
Yeah, shoo. Like shoo.
Okay.
Nicht shoot.
Okay.
Shoo.
Different story.
Yeah. No, oh my god. Yes, and so then she wouldn't come anymore when we came back, or when we called her, she wouldn't come.
And she went on a hunger strike after that.
Yes, she didn't eat her breakfast. She also wouldn't let my dad pet her, and
she was really angry
at all of us.
And this was very interesting. So, but today we took a nice walk before, like I think we went out for half an hour or 1 hour.
I think it was 1 hour.
Yeah, so it was a really nice walk, but we didn't talk about our lunch.
No, I just wanted to say we had chicken nuggets.
Yes.
We had fries. We had 4 different kind of sauces.
Like a mayonnaise, and I think one was barbecue sauce.
One was barbecue sauce, one was that...
Chinese sweet sour.
Yeah, süß-sauer Soße.
Like sweet sour sauce thing. And the third one, I don't know which one was it.
Curry.
Curry, okay. And we also had a cucumber salad with it, with like a yogurt dressing.
Oh, we had so much cucumber salad.
Yeah, I ate 2 plates, and it was so tasty, but I was so full afterwards. And also we ate lasagna from yesterday.
Yes, I was so full yesterday after we made lasagna for hours. And
We were cooking 6 hours yesterday, right?
we also made eclairs, which are amazing.
These are so good, but it was such a, like...
So much work to do.
It was a drama to fill them, actually. You
Yes.
had this, like, pistol where you put inside the pudding cream that we used.
Careful, the English say pudding for something else.
Oh,
we have to say
cream.
cream, yes.
Okay, so we had, like, a chocolate cream that we wanted the eclairs to be filled with, and we put it into this pistol, but the pistol's problem was that if you, how's it called? If you push it, like... How can you say? If you push it doesn't go out the white end, but it goes out the wrong end.
It's like these syringe things which press the stuff out of a tube.
But it doesn't
and
work.
This thing that presses the stuff is too small and the fluid goes past it.
Yeah, so you cannot really fill, and every time I needed to refill, and my arm was hurting after a while, actually.
I'm sorry.
it's totally fine. They were really delicious, and we still have a lot of them. We also ate 2 today's.
Yes.
No, 2 today. And yeah, so I am having a really great time. And what we also forgot to mention, because I'm here, and I always talked, like, I don't think I talked in the podcast about it, but we always talked about your garden.
Yes.
And you also brought me some vegetables always from your garden. And these 3 days that I spent here, I was in the garden with you all the time.
Yes.
And it was so cool to finally, like, harvest the stuff myself. Like the tomatoes we harvest a bit, and also, like, what is feigen?
Figs.
Figs? Which we always needed to protect from some birds, actually.
Yes, there are a lot of birds who like the figs very much.
I can understand. I can relate to this bird.
Yes. And raspberries and
raspberries, beans.
Eggplants, beans.
No.
Yes.
Is it beans? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I could also harvest some stuff that I can bring home with me. So I'm really happy and glad for this opportunity. I sound like I'm having an interview.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And yes, so I think that's everything from our life so far.
Yes.
Or do you want our listeners to know anything else?
I have a diva as a dog. This was important to mention.
This was the most important thing.
Yeah.
And she has a nice garden and a nice house called Terrace and a really cool father, by the way.
Yes, thank
Yesterday
you.
he showed us his astronomy room. It was so cool. Oh my god. And yesterday we saw Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter
and Saturn.
And I don't know, I'm just so happy. And he was like, it's very bad weather and everything. I was like, I see Jupiter. I can see the structure. And I was so happy. So I think we should finally go into it, right?
Okay,
let's go into the chapter.
We were disgusting enough, now we can read story.
So for everyone who's not already disgusted yet.
Who's still here, who didn't click away, now you can listen to our story.
Yes, so let's get into it. Do you read the title or should I do?
I can read the title.
Okay.
Chapter 16. Survivors. Walter's POV. The words Concilio et Labore were written on a certificate hanging on the wall above the table. By wisdom and effort. That's what it means.
Yes.
After Walter finished cleaning the floor, he thoughtfully leaned on his broom and stared at the wall, hearing the rain starting to fall outside. He felt like there hadn't been a nice day in years.
Oh no.
He had survived the war. But for what? Spending years of his life, he had put so much effort into his work, so many hours. It had been amazing to watch Lisa grow up, even though he missed the support of his husband.
Wait, did he, like, during all these years, 7 years, it was not Lisa who did grow up, but actually Paula. Or is he talking about the time before?
This is like from his point of view. He's watching Paula grow up.
Ah, okay. Because he's still, like, seeing Paula as Lisa. Okay.
Yes. Lisa could be quite difficult.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes even straight up weird. As he walked through the house, which was much too quiet without the children or his husband, he carried the octopus vessel around.
Mr. Blobby has a lot of, like, good times.
Yes, Mr. Blobby liked these early morning walks.
So he's taking Blobby for walks?
Yes. It was almost 7.
I see that you have been influenced by your dog. I wonder if Mr. Blobby is also a Debra.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He thought about how he didn't like the people Lisa hung out with.
Oh.
Mr. Nasium, who had a really bad aura, and little Mindy, who had tried to steal stuff from his house repeatedly. Just not the right kind of companions for his child, who honestly could be friends with anyone. But these two, Mindy especially.
I would have assumed him to say like Mr. Nasium, who's like the green
Mindy is worse,
weird
sorry.
guy. Why am I worse? I just tried to steal stuff from his house repeatedly.
Jim doesn't steal stuff, that makes him better in his eyes.
But actually I like that Mindy had tried to steal stuff and never really managed
Yes.
to do it, it seems. I can imagine her like just going to the kitchen holding the microwave and then Walter's like, no, this is not what you do. And Mindy like, aww, maybe next time.
Yeah. Lisa was, however, everyone's best friend. She certainly should be able to hang out with other people, and he encouraged her to spend more time with Zen, who seemed to be a nice young person.
Oh, so he knows Zen actually.
Yes, he met them, right? Like, just before.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, who got eaten by the octopus.
And
he likes them. They seem nice.
He's the only normal person, it seems.
Yeah.
Like in contrast to Mr. Nasium and Mindy, Zen looks normal.
Looks normal and seems nice, and Lisa seems to like them.
Okay, that's true.
When he noticed that something was missing from the kitchen,
Oh no, did Mindy steal something? Where is it?
he mumbled as he looked around the room. Everything was at his usual place, except for one thing.
We might be in trouble.
Walter said more to himself than to his magical talking octopus, Mr. Georgie J. Blobby.
Mr. Georgie J. Blobby. I like it.
Mr. Blobby didn't reply. He hadn't replied in a long time. Quickly, Walter set the vessel aside and turned on his computer. There were no new emails. After a soft knock, the door to the laboratory opened.
Hi, Dad.
Walter looked up and smiled warmly.
Oh, it? Ah! I used Paula's voice. Okay. So, okay. Oh. Oh no, I wanted to use my Italian voice, sorry.
No need to be Italian right now.
No need. Right now? Okay. Oh. Hello, Amber. How's university going? Good.
Lisa's sister Amber lied.
Light. Uh-huh.
Nervously, she looked around and leaned against the door frame.
Is something wrong, dear?
Amber's long brown hair looked like it hadn't seen a hairdresser in a while, or a shower. She wore a black shirt and jeans. He noticed that her nail polish was peeling off as she clacked with her nails against the cold steel frame of the door. Underneath sloppy makeup, there were dark circles surrounding her eyes.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So, maybe for the listener, this is something that me and Sam were also talking about, because I think in the first chapter or something, we managed that Lisa normally eats, I think, breakfast with her sister in the morning.
Yeah.
So this was something that we said in the first chapter, and then we never
Mentioned it again.
So we never mentioned her sister again, and I really like that she's finally coming, actually. And she looks a little bit edgy, maybe. Like, not so
I wanted her
happy.
to be the polar opposite of Lisa. Because they are sisters and they are opposites, but they love each other because they're family, but still there's this difference.
Yeah, she also has brown hair instead of like, how's it called? Blonde hair that also Walter has.
Yes, and I think Lisa also had blonde hair. Or
Yeah,
was
she
it
also has blonde hair.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so maybe I should change her voice a little bit to a more darker tone, maybe? Because Lisa is very happy and Genki.
And
happy. Genki is more like energetic, happy person in Japanese.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry.
We are learning new words.
And so maybe for her I can use more like a darker tone.
Yes.
Like
More
"Hi,
edgy
Dad."
tone. Yeah. Hi, Dad. Good.
Okay.
So I wanted her to come back because we talked about this, but I don't know if it becomes clear in the story, but she's away most of the time because she goes to university because she's older.
Oh, okay.
I didn't write it down, but in my head, she left shortly after Lisa disappeared.
Oh, so she's not living.
She's been studying ever since. Like, if she wants to do her doctorate, she has to study for some years.
Okay.
Maybe she changed courses in between and she's been studying for a while or something.
Yeah, but she doesn't look good actually. So
No, she does not.
I wonder what's happening in university. Dad, why is there blood in front of the laboratory? It's... No! I cannot get away with this anymore! Buddy! No Italian! It's no Italian!
Mindy can't help it. It's not meant in a bad way. It's just coming out.
I don't know why my buddy is doing this. Stop, buddy. Stop.
Stop it.
Oh no. I think it's more to have to do with doing a man's voice.
Yeah.
Combine Italian with man's voice. So it's like, it's not. It's nothing, honey. Don't worry about it.
He stood up and walked towards her to hug her. He hadn't seen her in such a long time.
Oh.
But she crossed her arms and stepped back.
See, that's why I don't visit more often. Amber, I'm in my room.
The door fell shut behind her and Walter was worried.
Oh no, but wait. She's not so often home anymore because there's blood, or is it more like he's saying there's nothing?
It's because he's keeping secrets from her, but it will become more obvious in the course of the story.
Okay.
And it's more like she's just annoyed and angry when she says, I'm in my room. Like, shut up, leave me alone.
Shut up.
If you don't want to talk to me. Yeah.
But it's nice that she still has her, room.
Yes. Why should she not? Like, they have a huge house and the room just stayed the same after the two girls left.
Yeah.
And I suspect Paula is in Lisa's room and everything.
I think
right?
so. It would be weird for Paula not to be in Lisa's room.
He contemplated following her and trying to talk to her. But he knew she wouldn't like that. Genuinely, he couldn't remember the last time she visited. She hadn't even been there for Christmas. She had been more distant than ever since the incident.
Oh.
At least Lisa would never leave him, except for when she would go to college and all that. But he tried to not think about it.
He has very high aspirations for Lisa, actually.
Yes.
Like for Paula's behavior to go to college? How did she even manage a high school degree, I always wonder.
Well, he's a professor. Probably he helped her with her homework.
He did her homework.
Yes.
And talked with the professors. Teachers.
Then he sighed anyway.
In the end, it will only be you and me.
Walter told Mr. Blobby. The magical octopus seemed perfectly happy with this inevitable future.
I imagine now an octopus who is smiling. Yes, like your dog.
Yes, Diva can actually smile when she is. Yeah.
Weird, but nice and cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have now a sister who doesn't feel so good. And why is she home now? This is also what I wonder. If she has a reason. Maybe her university, or maybe she's living in the university dorm and everything, and she doesn't want to see the people there and then goes home or something. So I wonder the reason why she's coming back.
Yeah. And I decided on Amber because I asked my friend group on Discord how to call her. And someone said, yes, my older sister is called Amber. It's an older sister name. So let's... I was like, okay, it's an older sister name. Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
And actually, I think the Amber is really, I don't know, Lisa, Amber, Walter. I think that's a good combination.
Okay. New point of view, Claire and Kay. Claire pushed the pedal to the floor and made a U-turn, tires screeching loudly. Kay screamed.
What are you doing?
She asked, terrified, her voice slightly less monotonous than usual.
I'm not getting eaten by a tomato. Not today. They are my least favorite food. Oh, I can relate to this. I like Claire. That's the reason why Mindy and Claire are friends.
Yes, I kept in mind that both of them are a part of you. Like we said earlier.
As all of these characters
Yes.
are maybe a part of mine. Like we established already, Mindy's just sitting somewhere in a corner and talking to herself all the time. So
Yes.
all characters are me.
Okay. There was silence in the car as Claire almost hit a cyclist.
Oh,
The cyclist fell off his bike, scared, and Claire watched in the rear window as he got eaten by a tomato
what
plant.
the fuck? Okay, this is scary.
Yes, I don't know. I was in a mood and I wrote more violence.
This is scary, but I like it.
I sat in close proximity to you when I wrote this, so maybe your evilness came over. And
My evilness.
yes,
So I have like a dark aura.
an aura which infected mine, and I wrote scarier stuff.
Sam just looked at Mindy like me.
Yes.
Just like, oh, I need to write down someone getting eaten by a tomato
Yes.
plant.
In the mornings, the last 3 days, we sat together in the winter garden.
Yeah, wins again.
And we sat opposite of each other. And I always looked at Mindy and then I wrote.
Like, oh my god, she looks mad. I need to write something.
Okay.
You listened?
Kay said quietly.
Oh, you listened?
Kay said quietly.
What? You listened when I told you tomatoes are fruits and not vegetables.
Sometimes it felt like Claire didn't even listen to all the cool fun facts Kay liked to tell her. Sometimes it felt like Claire didn't even care that scientists believe dark matter accounts for more than 95% of the mass in the universe, or that 74% of the atoms in the Milky Way galaxy are hydrogen atoms, or that all objects fall at the same speed and it was really air resistance that causes the feather to look like it's falling slowly.
Oh my god, this I love it. I love that you really... How's it called? For the listener who's not interested, like Claire, he will not listen to the fun facts. But for physicists, he's like, okay, is this true? Let me just check. The numbers, where did you get them? Where's the statistic? Where's the paper for this?
I looked it up. It should be true.
It should be
I think
true.
my sources were trustworthy.
But I like, okay, so Kay is... I think she will become a physicist in future. She looks like this character when she's just talking about physics, actually.
Yeah.
And Claire is like, yeah, she's not interested in at all.
Or it just felt like
It
Claire
felt like...
didn't even listen to all the cool fun facts Kay liked to
Yeah.
tell her.
I like it. I really like it.
Okay.
But this is my physics heart. It's like, yes. I love it when it's in our story.
It's like your tomato-hating heart and your physics-loving heart. Two sides of Mindy.
Yes. So Claire is a tomato-hating person. This is her characteristics.
Yes. That's her whole personality.
I can imagine her like killing all of the tomato plants just by hating them, and she will figure out a way. Because
Yes.
this is her only characteristics. And that she's in the cheerleader club.
Yes.
She was in the cheerleader club.
Yes.
Of course I did. But I knew it before.
Key chuckled.
Yeah, sure. Oh, shut up.
Claire's knuckles were white from grasping the steering wheel. It hurt.
Claire? You think I'm stupid because it is a cliché? The pretty ones are always stupid. You always thought that.
Claire hissed and drove over the pavement as she took another sharp turn and hit the gas once more, killing a stray tomato plant in the process.
I knew it! Because she's hating tomatoes, she's like killing all of the tomatoes now. But I really like that you also included that she, how's it called, gets angry now. Like, I'm not stupid, I knew it, but did she
Yeah.
really knew?
Yes, I think she
You
knew.
think so? So
Yes.
she is beautiful and not stupid.
Yes.
But
See,
she has a temper.
she's pretty and clever. That's her characteristics.
That's all I like about her.
And she doesn't like tomatoes. When she was very young, Claire had been a smart child. Her mother taught her French, English, and Italian.
Oh!
Sometimes she thought she could have had a bright future if things went a little differently. Claire's mother left when she was 4 to fight in the war and took her French with her.
Oh.
From there, it all went downhill.
So, her mother was in the war, actually.
Yes, it should be assumed that several people went to the war.
Yeah, I was just imagining, like, normally the man is going into the war or something, so maybe her mother is, like, medicine person, a doctor, to help in the war?
I mean, why? It's our story, and we can have equality if we want it.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
perfect.
why not?
So we have equality, and her mother said, I will fight in the war, and then
Yes,
she went.
and she's allowed to have a gun, and she can shoot people.
Okay, perfect. And she can talk French.
Yes, and she can talk French. And English and Italian.
I like this, that you can
Okay.
speak Italian. I'm sorry, Claire. You're pretty and also smart. Well, thank you.
Claire replied coldly, and Kay felt bad.
Oh.
But she was quickly distracted when she glanced at the patrol indicator. Big raindrops started to knock against the car.
What is the petrol indicator?
Benzinanzeige.
Ah, okay, to show that the car
How
is...
full the tank is in the car.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Paula and
Oh! Okay.
Zen took their arm off and yeeted it at a tomato plant, as
Wait.
you do.
Wait. I need to read this again.
Zen
Took the arm off. And what is yeeted?
throw. But it's a funny word, and whenever I use it in a fan fiction, people laugh and point it out, and I like, yeah, you use this word, and it's fun. It makes it more fun.
What? I cannot believe. Okay, Zen is like, how is it called? Something like this reptile thing, which is normally losing his tail, and it just
Yes,
grows.
it's more like a reptile thing.
Yeah, and
That's
he
what
just,
I was imagining.
Yeah, he also has his, how's it called? His alien thing again on his hip.
Controller,
His controller.
yes.
Which he can use to, how's it called? Recover his arm again. So he's just
Yes.
throwing all of his arms all the time at the tomato plant. As you do.
As you do.
I think I will also try this maybe with your dog. When she's sitting
No.
when she's sitting somewhere and lying down, I will be like, throw my arm at her.
To pet her.
To pet her. Just to
Yes.
pet her.
Then they ran to the other side of the street, skidding across the hood of a parked car whose owners already have been consumed
Oh
by
my
the
God.
tomatoes, who seemed to grow bigger with every innocent civilian they ate. It had been not part of the plan to also get attacked by tomato plants. Who could have known that the evil tomato plants would not differentiate between humans, aliens, or robots?
So, but Zen knew about the tomato plan? No, tomato
Yes.
plant's plan. Ah, but Jim also said that he has a different plan, didn't he? So maybe there will be also come something else. So maybe Zen thought, yeah, the tomato plants are not enough, maybe, and I have a better plan or something.
Yes.
I could imagine something like this. Okay, but they get attacked by tomato plants and they try to do something against it.
Yes, they have to fight them because
Throwing arms. Don't leave me!
Paula yelled, having trouble dodging the attack of the giant tomato plants. Zen rolled their eyes and threw a knife at the plant that had Paula grasped, cutting right through a branch. The plant screeched and retracted, letting go of Paula.
Why did Zen not, like, throw another arm? Or it would not have
I mean,
cut through?
you have to imagine the arm would be more like wobbly, but
Zen took the arm off and yeeted a wobbly arm at the tomato plant, as you do. Wow. Okay, so
Okay.
he rescued Paula, which
Yes.
is also interesting. So he's not totally ignorant of her.
no. There was no doubt that something had went wrong with the plan. And there was only one person who could have possibly made a mistake with the
Curse you, Jim!
Zen hissed when a tomato plant grabbed for Paula with long roots. But Zen managed to cut through it with a knife.
You really fucked this up, Jim.
Zen yelled.
Okay, wait a moment. Did you knew about the sentence "curse you"? That Jim is using this all the time in
I
the
did not
series?
know. I was thinking of
okay.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb. He's always like, curse you, Perry the platypus.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also... it's the
actually-
same in Sim.
Yeah, it's actually a really famous scene
Oh.
in the series in Invader Zim because he's always there's one scene where he's like curse you dip or something, curse you, and then he's screaming it for a really long time, and it's like a very famous scene, and therefore I was like, I hear in Sen saying this Jim's voice.
I did not know this.
Yeah, this is more like my childhood.
Oh, that's nice. It's
really
also
cute.
my childhood, but from a different series.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
Sam is combining both childhoods here.
Ah,
I like
cool.
the sentence where he's just cursing Jim is making me melancholy. Thank you. You're my second best friend.
Paula chirped and took Zen's hand as soon as she stood next to them. Together they ran and hid behind a tree.
No, I'm not.
Zen said and pulled their hand back.
You don't have a say in this. Wait.
You don't have a say in this,
Yeah,
Paula
but
said
wait.
stubbornly.
First of all, who's her first best friend?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Yes, it's like Lisa's everyone's best friend, and being someone's second best friend is like highest honor.
So
That's like the joke, the running joke of the story, isn't it?
okay, so Zen is her best friend when we would see it in our world, you can say.
Yes.
Okay. You don't have a say in this.
Paula said stubbornly, threw her hair back and held onto Zen's sleeve. In the distance, shots were fired. Zen hid a smile. Paula was a lot more interesting whenever she disagreed. Admittedly, Paula could be quite fun whenever she started to show her own will. Although Zen would never say it out loud.
Okay, I feel a little bit weird.
Why?
Because Zen and Paula, it's like having this combination is very weird for me. Because I have like this image of Zen in my head is like, ooh, does he really like Paula?
I think it makes the character more deep to have like a soft spot for someone having their own head.
Okay.
Because I think they would respect it because they speak what comes to their mind.
Okay.
So much. Like their first experience, they were like, hey, what are you looking at? Have you never seen a girl in a dress or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I wonder where this is going actually. We should travel south if we want to stay out of the way of the plants.
Zen said instead.
No, we need to travel north to cut the connection to the electricity network. How does she know?
You will find out.
Okay.
Hidden behind long hair, Zen smiled genuinely. Then they took Paula's hand and they fought their way up north.
Ah, Zen took Paula's hand, but it's still a little bit disgusting in my head.
Okay, because they don't fit together.
In my head, it's a weird combination.
I think that makes it more appealing because they don't fit to each other. But
Yeah.
still, okay, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, but I can imagine actually because, okay, what I have in mind is Zen being a very sadistic person also. So he's
Yes.
also very evil and everything.
Yes.
Like one of the most evil person that you can imagine. And when he's like smiling to Paula, who's very innocent and sometimes very stupid,
Yes?
then it's a really weird. And I kind of have this image of Zen being kind of sadistic because
Yes.
it's like, okay, she's innocent and stupid and they can use her at some point.
No. Okay, I see what you mean. Because my image of Zen is a little bit different. Well,
A little bit more
okay.
maybe positive and not so evil.
Yes, I have it. Never mind.
Or maybe he changed. over
Maybe
the
he
years.
changed as he spends more time with Paula.
Oh.
Maybe, okay.
So maybe we can. Okay, this is an idea for us. You can say.
Character development.
Yeah, maybe we will include some past where Zen met Paula or something. Then he was like really evil and angry
Yes.
and met Paula and became more nice, you can say. Hello.
Bonjour, and welcome back to our podcast.
Yeah.
Comments after lunch.
Comments after lunch. Okay, you just made up this name for now, and I was like, this is perfect timing for this. And yeah, so I hope you had a great episode this time. I think it's now chapter 16.
Yes.
And yes, we decided to cut this one into 2 parts because it was way too long. It was a very nice chapter and everything. I know that Sam wrote it.
Yes,
And
I put
yeah.
a lot of effort in it, and that's why we had to cut it in half. It would be too much effort for just one episode.
Yeah, too much effort for one episode. And therefore we decided to make like, how's it called, some comments after lunch. Because...
I don't even know what to say. Because
I was giving you some hint
Yeah.
and then you needed to continue, but I think it doesn't work today.
we got some very nice comments, and we want you to know that we appreciate them, and
Yeah, we are mainly going to read the comments and maybe reacting to them. And the comments are from our best fan and first fan and your waifu. From Tia. So, where should we start? You have the list of the comments, so...
Yes, for the first time I sent her our teaser over Google Drive.
Do you mean the long teaser that we made the first time?
No, the very first teaser we did.
Yeah, the first one, the long one then. Because we made 2 teasers. Like the first one we made, and it was, I think, like 15 minutes long, where we talked about the history of Invader Zim and everything.
Yes.
And then we made like a short teaser or trailer later.
Exactly.
So what did she say to our long teaser?
Well, it was the 4th of March 2021. The first thing she liked was Mein Bad English.
Yes. I think this was something that I said.
Yes.
Because I have mein bad English.
Which is half German for my bad English.
For your back English.
Bad.
For the busy bad man.
Spoiler.
Yeah, this is, yeah. It's a spoiler.
It is. This is from the graveyard episode, which you will listen to in a few weeks.
In a few weeks you will hear about our graveyard episode. With the busy bad man. Okay, but this is not what she wrote.
She wrote, Mein bad English, or bless, cut to me laughing in my kitchen. Also, my English is not bad, it's all on purpose. For a meme is a mood.
Yes, my English is not bad. I just do all of these mistakes on purpose, you know?
Yes, and surely everyone is laughing right now.
And sitting in the kitchen and just laughing your ass off.
Yes, on the 5th of March I sent her the first episode at night.
Wow.
She replied to me, love the random German words, genau.
Yeah, you said this all the time, I think. Genau.
Yes, I said that. So genau is German for yes, you are right.
Yes.
Yeah, we are starting off strong. And she liked my Lisa voice.
Mm-hmm.
And our best friend Lisa.
Yeah, she's appreciating that Lisa's also her friend, like everyone's best friend.
Yes, I appreciate Lisa too.
Everyone appreciates Lisa. I really hope that she will come back in the next chapters, more and more.
It's really fun listening to it on my bed in dark, because my head just makes up like an animated video of the story, and sometimes you are cutting in with your small animated selves to comment on that. Wish I could project my imagination, lol.
I really like it, because this was also before the time where you
started
animations,
Maybe
right?
she made me animated.
Yeah, like this idea that you like
manifested in my brain.
Visual.
Yes. So you can thank Tia for our YouTube channel.
Yeah, Tia, thank you very much. You motivated Sam to do animations, and every time she's getting better and better. So and actually, when this episode will come out 1 week later, I think, in the week where Halloween will take place, I think Sam will put on some new video or animation.
Yes, a new animation will be posted, and Tia will have her own part in it.
Yes, because Tia is a big fan of Lisa, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
she
she is Lisa. Oh my god.
Yeah, she'll be voicing Lisa. Yes, we said it basically.
So the next video, we will not make spoilers, but some people will take part in it, and it will become some people.
Just the 4 of us.
Yeah, it's I think more than one episode. Yeah. And you look forward to it. It will come out on during Halloween time, and it will be very dark and nice. Yeah,
I have to fix something with the music, which wasn't working, and I add a last scene to the part I'm animating. Okay. And in the beginning, I imagined you as a therapist and Mindy as a patient talking about the whole beginning and E-ratedness of the fic.
Yeah, I also imagine myself as being your patient, like, Sam, this is what I wrote. Analyze it for me. Analyze it with me.
Do you remember where we sat on our first episode? I think Was it at my place or at your old place?
I don't know anymore.
Me neither. Right now we are sitting on a sofa.
In a completely new place. No,
Yes.
in my new apartment.
Yeah.
Like, every time I need to talk about my apartment for 20 minutes, like last times we didn't do it, so
Yeah.
we became too professional, I think.
Yes, now we have to make up for it.
Yeah, in the comment section.
It's nice because I study psychology and you are you and
Thank you. I'm a
joking.
typical physicist
joking.
with having some psychological problems and talking
Yeah.
about the fan fictions that I wrote like when I was 13 years old. Which
Yes.
is like 14 years? No, wait.
13 years. Now it's 14 because you got older.
Thank you. But Sam, you
Yeah.
also got older like 5 days ago.
Yes.
So you're also now a granny. So
A granny. It's kind of funny because whenever I talk to physicists, they are mostly like sane, I would say. But
Really?
yes. In comparison to to my psychology classes, we would sit in the classroom and the teacher would be talking, and then someone would raise their hand and say, "But my therapist said something else."
Oh.
Like I think all people I know from my psychology classes actually have a therapist, and
Okay.
I don't.
So maybe it's time for you to get one.
Not yet, yeah.
Not yet.
There are a few
Really?
things wrong with me, but not enough to go to a therapist, I think.
Okay.
I'm not a danger to anyone right now.
Maybe after we finish the story and
Yeah,
have
maybe.
all the stuff in our mind, and every time you're thinking like, oh, why don't I carry a knife with me all the time under my high heel?
Could just send the podcast to my therapist.
Just listen to me talking about for several hours about the story that
About
we wrote.
murder.
About murder and violence and an alien love story.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, so on the Google mistakes, I imagined you two just kicking down Google. Lol.
Yeah.
Yes, good image. I should
Yeah.
animate this. Again.
Animate everything.
Keyboard cliffhanger. This was the comment that made me talk to you, that you tell the story of your laptop, which
Yes.
then also became
A video.
an animated video, yes.
So true.
Yeah.
Like this section of comment really motivated to animate you a lot of stuff.
Yes, and made us talk about certain stuff and
Yeah, stuff that she was interested in, because this was a moment when
Yeah.
my keyboard keys have been disappeared.
have been disappeared.
The-
The keyboard is broken.
Yeah, I do these English mistakes on purpose,
Some keys are gone.
Yeah, they are just gone, and I'm like, this is how it is.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago when we ate lunch together, Mindy made me once again put my glass on the floor so I would have it on the same table as the keyboard. Which is the thing we always do.
Yes, so
I'm always having my glass on the floor so I won't spill anything when I'm with Mindy.
that's my logic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have an external keyboard now for my laptop. I think I never told, like, you listener, and I think I never told you, but I have an external keyboard because I cannot find the keys for my laptop keyboard, so yeah, this is where I am. Poor student.
Shipper at heart, I see.
Yes,
Was her next
definitely.
comment? Yes. That's how I met here. Through shipping, yeah.
Through shipping?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you two meet?
I don't want to tell.
You don't want to tell, okay. Secret.
Yeah. For another special episode.
You can animate how you met.
Oh,
This
on my own channel this time.
what? You have no channel? Oh my
Yes,
god.
I have
Okay.
no. Subscribe to Bird on a Lilac Tree. Yeah. Where you can send us our failures. Yes, you can still send us our failures.
All the time.
My DMs are open and you can talk to us on any social media. Right now, mostly is Tia listening to the podcast. So we would have time to reply to some more comments if you want to
Yes.
write something to us. And then she wrote, #don't drink chemicals that will kill you instantly.
Yeah, I love this. This is
Our
like
catchphrase.
our catchphrase, but we never used it like, how's it called? We used it during the first few episodes.
Yes.
Our like last sentence, I think, and then we changed it up a little bit. Like every time we were thinking about like a last sentence,
Yeah.
which actually I really liked. Like every time you're thinking of like how's it called, a sentence that kind of summarized the episode in a bit, and which makes the episode still end on a weird note, but
Yes.
it's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, but I really love your comment to her comment, which is like ages. Thank you very much. No, thank you so much.
It's a key smash, and
Key smash.
yeah, people my age do this. Yeah. I know you always send these laughing emojis and you sound like a boomer.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Young people do key smash.
Really?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes, I know. It's always like I'm writing to an old person.
What? I'm really a granny.
You really are.
But I really feel like a granny when I talk to you sometimes because you know so much about like all of this like social media, all of this social media.
Yes, I know a lot about social media and I talk to people and I know about memes and culture. Internet culture. You know a lot about other culture. You are very cultured but in a different way.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I don't know, I don't spend so much time on the internet anymore. So I'm like, every time when Sam is how's it called, teaching me something from the internet, I'm like, oh my god, this exists? And GIFs and memes and like, oh my god. She's always asking me, did you see this? Did you saw? No.
Did you see this
meme?
meme?
Did you see this meme? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I don't know it. And then she's sending me and I'm laughing my ass off. So I'm like...
The angry cat meme.
The angry cat meme. Oh,
yeah.
I love it. Okay, but this was like the comments for the first chapter actually.
Yes.
Which was still the moment when Mindy and Lisa watched television and went into the basement to find Jim.
Yes.
Whose name changed from Zim to Tim and then Jim.
Yes.
And then he was kind of angry because he drank something. So this is also like a little bit summary for the people, like, how's it called? The people who listened until now know at some point what happened in the story. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he drank something that made him go angry and evil, and maybe after this episode or the next episode, no, I think after the graveyard episode you will get a clue why he got so angry. I gave you a hint.
Yes, that's true. Chapter 2, yeah.
I don't remember what was in chapter 2 anymore. I think Mindy went to Jim's house or something.
Okay. I wrote to her, this time we actually needed to edit so much. I wanted to show you earlier, but it doesn't make a lot of sense right now because we are uploading it at 9. Yeah, I took a lot of time with the editing. This was when I still had with editing, I think.
I think you edited the second episode, wasn't it?
Yes, and it was really badly done, yeah.
Oh, it just practice all the time. I had I had the advantage of my boyfriend who was always pushing me around.
Yes.
That he already had some knowledge about the program that we are using for cutting the audio and everything.
Yeah.
So he taught me like how you can, do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had not a handicap.
Yeah.
No,
that's different. That's something different.
But I think you understand what I mean.
I had the handicap. No, I didn't, because I just didn't know. I was learning, and I think I'm a lot better at animating. I'm not that good with audio, because I need to concentrate on 2 different things, and I can't do that with editing the audio.
Okay.
Because when I look at pictures and make them fit together and everything, I can have my Twitch streams running in the background and stuff, and I can't have that with the audio.
Ah, yeah.
It's a concentrating issue.
Yeah, I normally do it like, for me it's also, I have the advantage that almost every 2 weeks or something I take the train to my family's house. And therefore in the train, I drive the train for 4 hours. And then I have nothing else to do, and sometimes I don't have internet, so I'm just opening my laptop and editing some audio.
Yeah.
And now it's like, like my routine and tradition. Every time when I'm in the train,
Tradition.
it's my tradition. Every time when I'm in the train, I'm just opening my laptop and just starting to to edit the podcast.
Yeah.
And I already got some, like sometimes I'm sitting at the, how's it called, the 4 seat.
Yeah.
Where some people sit in front of you, like not in front of you, but looking at you.
Yeah. In a group
next
seat.
To you. Yeah, in a group seat. And like persons also can sit next to you all the time. And then they always look like, because I always, how's it called, white podcast chapter 15, and then they see that I'm kind of like editing an audio. So I'm making advertisement in the train, but I don't write down the podcast name, so maybe I should.
Maybe you should.
Fiction After Lunch, episode 16, something.
Yeah. Maybe next time you then see the person looking up the podcast, you know,
Yeah, this would be so awesome. Like a person sitting next to me listening to our podcast, and then he looks over to my seat and seeing that I'm editing the podcast. He's like, who is this? Is this Sam or Mindy? I don't know. But it's one of them, yes!
And then I also wrote to her, but the 3rd episode is already done. I can show you after you listen to the 2nd one. But this already shows again that you were much faster than me with the editing, because you were already done with the next episode, and I was like,
But I think it's good that we decided very early, like, who takes which task, actually. Because it made a lot of stuff easier, because you became our social media official person.
Official. I'm the official person.
You are the younger person,
Yeah.
so you know internet, so you can do this stuff, and I'm not. I'm the boomer who can just do lectures.
Yeah.
You can do other stuff.
Yeah. You can do the editing. It's fine. I'm not complaining.
What did Tia say to our 2nd chapter?
First of all, she said, Mindy, mood on the olives. She also doesn't like olives.
Oh!
And then she wrote, break time for me, gonna continue tomorrow. Okay.
So,
Yeah, we're ending this now. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for listening. Tell us what you think, and goodbye.